everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I'm opening my package from Marcy at MarcyMe. She was kind enough to send me a package of inks I have there and some journaling goodies. Here's lots of nice stickers I can use probably in my quiet time, my Bible study. This awesome ruler with the books of the Bible on it, which I will stick in my Bible tote as well. And here are some nice bits of scrap paper and washi tape. And this washi tape goes really nicely with the stickers. I've used it already since opening this. A fun little brass cross sticker. And then here are these bits and pieces of scrapbook paper that will be really useful when I do my various collaging pages. The patriotic one there with the stars will be really good for the upcoming 4th of July holiday. And I like using these larger pieces in the background for when I do my collage books. The map ones are always fun and kind of vintagey looking. These are wrapped very securely. Thank you, Marcy, for taking the extra care. None of them were leaking, which is always a nice thing to happen when you get inks. There are, let's see, I think 6 different samples here. And I did my little gratitude sign there. I sped this up because I didn't want to make this video too long. You can read the names of the ink. I'm trying to show a little bit of the shimmer, but we'll see those again as I swatch these. I was really interested in that Copper Noir, and Marcy also included some other samples for me to try, which I really appreciate. It's so much fun playing with the various inks and pen and paper combinations. I like just seeing the color on the top of the bottles. And thank you to Marcy for labeling those for me. I'm using a permanent ink pad to swatch these. I guess they're lilies, and I'm going to use those for my ink swatching. But a permanent ink is good, so when you put your wet fountain pen inks over it, it won't run. I was happy I had that on hand. Usually I just use a regular one. So the first one is the Crackle, Campfire Crackle. And then Copper Noir, just a second flower there. I missed filming that. I will not show all of these just for brevity's sake, but I did start out showing a few. The coffee date looks really nice on the page. And then there's that last one there, and I think I will jump ahead. I think that's the Muddy Bucket. Trying to remember back. It's really fun to actually swatch these pre-stamped flowers. It makes the swatching experience a little different. That one was Moonstone, and I love the Moonstone. I've been using that a lot lately. Here's the Rose Quartz, which looks really pretty. I have not yet found a good pen match for it. I have tried it in one pen, and it seems a little dry. I'm going to have to experiment with that with some others. The green black reminds me a bit of Jade Noir from Monteverde. This is a nice, deep, rich color, and I'm really looking forward to experimenting with this ink and other pens and comparing it to the Jade Noir that I have already. And here's the Midnight, which is beautiful. That ink just clings to the stamped section, and as it dries, there's like a shimmer or a metallic outline to that flower. It was really interesting. I guess I did go ahead and swatch all those. I think maybe I was thinking of how I'm writing with pens to label these. I used some of my pens that were already dipped, and some of them I used my dip pen, are already inked, and then with some I used my dip pen. The dip pen really doesn't give an accurate account of the writing. I generally prefer to kind of evaluate it once I've had it in one of my fountain pens, but just for labeling purposes, I use that on quite a few of them. I'm back a day later, and I have finished filling out what each ink was, its name, its brand. I was very impressed with the color of these and have really enjoyed testing some of them since I did this little swatching. The Diamine Midnight really has a neat effect. It's like the ink kind of stuck to where the permanent ink was from the stamp, and it's really showing a copper shimmer. I put some of these in my pens already. I've got Campfire Crackle, Copper Noir, Moonstone, and Muddy Bucket in pens. I am especially loving the Copper Noir and Moonstone. I think I might actually want to get a bottle of the Moonstone. This has some fun shading, and I don't know if it's showing up there, but you can see some shading aspects to it, and it's not like any ink I really have, so that is definitely one I'm considering. And I want to compare the Copper Noir with my Ancient Copper by Diamine, and with my I think it's Monteverde Pumpkin Cake. It'll be fun to see how close those are. But this just was really a fun selection of inks. So I want to thank my friend Marcy over at MarcyMe again for sharing these samples with me. It's so much fun to experiment in the ink and pen and paper world, isn't it? And that is all for now. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care.